Hello and welcome to All Out Battles, where today my two uncles will debate about two fictional characters and which one of the two would win a fight. I'm your host, Cole Holman, and today it's Captain America versus Aquaman, the patriotic hero sometimes called Capsicle, versus the Defender of Sea, who had the first Marvel comic weapon shown on the comic panels. But which of these heroes would win in a battle? Let's find out. I have, like I mentioned, my two uncles as a guest here, my uncle Justin and my uncle JJ. Hello.
Hello. Glad to be here.
Before we get started, I have some questions for you guys on your characters. Uncle JJ, so how did you first get introduced to Captain America? Where did you learn?
Well, I've learned about him whenever I was a young kid. However, I was lucky enough to work on some cinematics in the game industry where I got to animate Captain America. That's where I really got to dive deeper into his character and just who he is before the whole MCU universe blew up, and to where it is now and before the movies. So we during that time we did some research and we got to learn and read the Captain America omnibus and just learn about who he is and just just how much better he is than pretty much every character.
Oh yeah, for the viewers out there, my uncle JJ is a computer animator who works for Sony. Just for those of you who don't know.
But Aquaman has been known as a joke for all of my life. So I mean, we'll continue. We'll continue. I'll yield the rest of my time to my opponent.
What was your first impression about Captain America?
He's just a leader, somebody to get behind, and who will always have your back. You know, something uh, like I said, a symbol that unites people. You know, and in yeah, just success behind him.
So, how did you react when you learned that you were going to have to defend him in this debate?
It's really difficult. I mean, overall, I'd say the characters are two completely different characters. Um, just their role and their fighting styles and just their ability to handle certain situations. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
All right, and finally, how much would you say you know about him?
I'd say I knew a lot more about him before a while ago. It's definitely hard to keep up. So I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I'd say I really like his. I have his statue. It's pretty sweet. He's probably my favorite Marvel character for sure.
Uh, all right, and Uncle just get introduced to Aquaman.
Well, like JJ kind of put it, is that Aquaman's kind of like a joke. I would say that I first really paid attention whenever Family Guy was making fun of him all the time. But I would have to say how he was, introduced to me would be through my brother with all the comic book characters.
So, how popular would you say it was the time that you discovered him?
He's ask that one more time.
At the time that you knew about him, how popular was he, or what was the general opinion of him?
Well, I would say that the general opinion of him still would be that he's a joke character in the comic book, but I feel like he's an underrated character.
But when you first heard of him, did you agree that he was sort of a butt of the jokes character?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yes, I did. Now, you can joke about him all you want, but I think he'll tear through Captain America.
How much would you say you know about Aquaman?
I know a majority. I wouldn't say that I like went and read his comic books. I mean, I know of his power and I know his vulnerabilities. You know,
What was your reaction when you chose to defend Aquaman?
Captain America ain't that cool.
All right. One quick thing before we get started, you'll have to choose the sort of version of your hero. So you'll have to choose between the comic book version or the film version with the movies, as they can be quite different.
I will go ahead and I'll choose the comic book version.
I will choose comic book as well.
All right, we got a comic on comic against two heroes, both with super endurance and strength. Uncle JJ, would you like to start us off with your first point?
First off, I would have to just say Captain America. One of my first points would be Captain America is not just a character who relies on his strength or his endurance, which he has a lot of. He's a character that relies heavily on his just enhanced intelligence overall. He is capable of calculating lightning fast calculations of every scenario in his head of what's going to happen.
Is that your first point?
That would be my first point.
All right, real quick. Another thing I forgot to mention about the battles, there is no prep time and it's on a neutral place. So that no either side has advantage or disadvantage. And there's no prep time. All right, Aquaman, give your counterpoint.
Aquaman is about 150 times maximum human strength. All right, I feel as though an ant. What did you say? Atlantean?
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it?
Atlantean.
Atlantean? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your counterpoint to his intelligence?
His intelligence, I understand that he can have smarts all day, but I'm telling you, that Aquaman has some skills. He can take it. He'll take it.
All right, your first point.
All right, I have a trident. Not be broken. It's in control. Water, water, all right, pretty much anything really, and also Aquaman has, I want to say telepathy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even though it's with most creatures,
Sea and amphibious creatures, I believe.
He has been known from time to time to do it to some human beings. So I feel like he would have an upper advantage on Captain America with that.
Uncle JJ, your counterpoint, please.
So my counterpoint, I would like to agree. Aquaman has an incredibly powerful weapon, a continent-shattering weapon. So counterpoint to the telepathy is, if you read into Captain America, he actually in the comics he has the ability to not be swayed by any type of hypnosis, which I would.
I love how you put selective hearing in smarter terms.
Should be able to handle Aquaman's, mind games.
Round, we'll start with Aquaman this time.
So, a soldier serum, Captain America stronger. Okay, has a level cap. Okay, so. I swear he's got the power of the gods with him, does he not? Mental terror, okay? How's Captain America gonna do that?
The shield. Have you ever went water rafting? Adamantium shield over and just surfing over and dodging.
And I'm sorry to the other person, but Aquaman wins. Well, we have a winner, folks. Aquaman has conquered Captain America, and Uncle Justin will definitely be bragging to Uncle JJ for a while. I'll be preparing for the potential family war that may soon begin between these two. I would like to thank you two for being here and participating in the podcast.
Continued at Thanksgiving.